Good morning. This is Taimur Hazir. I'm here to welcome you to the tutorial on finebuildingmaterials.com, a platform which digitizes the construction industry. We had an overwhelming week at the Big 5 Construction Week last week. We did the launch of the platform and got great feedback from material suppliers, buyers, and consultants. So we thought maybe it'd be good for us to have a video tutorial where we can answer some questions and kind of literally walk you through the functionalities of the tool and how it may help address preemptively areas in terms of what the value it brings to you as a supplier or a consultant or a contractor. So I hope to walk you through these questions and make it worth your while. So first, at a high level, what is finebuildingmaterials.com and the genesis of the platform? So me as a management consultant, having worked for different material suppliers in the past 3-4 years in the Middle East, I came across certain areas which I felt technology could solve. Digitization could address these gaps. So this is where, and also beyond just how the tool where as a marketplace can bring together buyers, suppliers, and consultants, and we can solve some of the key problems and how industry would be generally better off. So those are some of the areas that we try to address in this tool. So as a starting point, finebuildingmaterial.com is designed to set with keeping in mind the three key stakeholders that are driving the industry. The material suppliers here, the suppliers of material, the buyers, the contractors, and the consultants. Those could be the project architects or the cost consultants. So what we did is we designed a tool which addresses not just a platform which brings them together, but also how it digitizes some of the key process at the pre-sales level, which is the whole workflow, the pre-sales approval workflow that has been digitized in this tool. So at a high level, if I could walk you through the functionalities and how it benefits the material suppliers. First benefit to the material suppliers is how it addresses and brings about a global reach to the material suppliers, where material suppliers from all over the world will be able to find buyers. So this directly impacts your lead generation. The platform itself becomes your lead generation tool, where you can find buyers from different parts of the world. The pre-sales approval process, that whole workflow which remains cumbersome and very manual at present, has been digitized. So that whole workflow is built in, where the interaction between the buyer and the seller, the whole quotation finalization, and even going beyond, where you can attract the consultant to do the technical submittal review. All of that can now be done on the platform, which improves the reporting for sales management, which right now is done again very manually, Excel based. We'll be able to bring that all within, because every time the whole workflow gets generated, it leaves a digital footprint. It becomes a community where the users, the buyers, suppliers, and consultants can give reviews to each other. So that brings, and then we'll assign a reputation score, which then gives you comfort when you're interacting with a counterparty. What is their reputation score? Is that a party you want to do business with or walk away? And as we gather more data, the key is to then being able to provide that analytics, meaningful data for you to then make decisions, whether you be a buyer or even a supplier, what to quote at, what prices. So we bring that kind of more detailed data analytics to the equation. And finally, the engagement. When we will have a community forums which will bring buyers, suppliers, consultants together, you can have those engaging conversations, you can ask questions and solve problems by having that level of engagement. Next question is, what are the benefits to the buyers, the contractors here? Number one is, from a buyer's perspective, the procurement process has been digitized, which again remains largely at this present very manual. This allows for better material sourcing, because now you have a global base of material suppliers who you can reach out to. There's access to relevant data, right? When you as a buyer, when you're doing your cost estimation, this hopefully, as we gather more data from buyers and sellers, we'll be able to give you comfort in terms of how better to be able to give your estimations, your tendering, so it overall improves your project estimation. And like I said, once the transparency and reporting is improved as part of the procurement, it also allows your ability to give comfort to the management in terms of why the tenders were, the prices that were quoted, why. And then the marketplace with the community forums, again, you can engage better with the suppliers as well. And finally, the industry's thought leadership comes together, so you can have those more meaningful dialogue in terms of where the future of the construction industry is going. That's what this platform will enable as well. And finally, consultants. Now, these are consultants that could be project architects or cost consultants. The benefits to them are a slew of them. The primary four of them is the whole technical submittal review process has been digitized, which right now is extremely cumbersome. A lot of paperwork goes back and forth. This has which allows for the approval process to be faster. We go paperless, it's environmental friendly. And finally, with the community message board in place, you can have a more deeper engagement. So these are the benefits to the buyers, suppliers, and the consultants.